Hello, friends. Welcome to our channel. Do you know why Jacob married Leah? You see, Jacob's twin brother, Esau, wanted to kill him. So Jacob fled for his life to Haran, the city where his mother's family lived. His mother, Rebekah, was from there, and he hoped to find a wife among her family so that he could start a family and have children. After a long journey, Jacob arrived in Haran. It was evening, and he was very tired. As he looked around, he saw a well with some sheep nearby. And as he approached the well, suddenly he heard the sound of a gentle voice singing a beautiful song. Jacob looked around to see who was there, and to his great surprise, he saw the most beautiful girl he had ever seen. She was busy tending to her sheep. Jacob walked up to her and said, "Hey, I'm here to water my sheep. Please help me roll the stone away so I can draw water." The girl was kind and helpful, and she gladly helped Jacob. As they worked together, they talked and they became friends. Her name was Rachel, and she told Jacob that her father's name was Laban. She then called out to him, "Father, this is a stranger who has come. He's asking for water, but please don't be afraid to help him." Then an old man came over, and seeing that it was getting late, he invited Jacob to stay in their house for the night. And Jacob said, "Thank you very much. I would like that." So Laban took Jacob and his family to his house. That night, after everyone was asleep, Jacob took Rachel's hand and looked into her eyes. He really liked her. In fact, he had never seen anyone as beautiful as Rachel. But Jacob knew that he didn't know her very well and that she was a stranger. So he decided that he needed to spend more time with her before he could think about marrying her. So Jacob decided to ask her father for her hand in marriage. He went to Laban and said, "I want to marry your daughter Rachel. How much should I work for her?" Laban replied, "You can work for me for 7 years, and after that you can marry her." Jacob thought for a moment. He really loved Rachel, so 7 years didn't seem like a long time to him. He agreed to Laban's offer. So Jacob started working for Laban. Every day he took care of his sheep and goats and did other farm work, even though the work was hard and tiring. Jacob was happy because he knew that after 7 years he would marry the woman he loved. But you know what? Time passed quickly, and in a few months, 7 years had gone by. Jacob was very happy because finally he would marry Rachel. On the wedding night, Jacob went to the bride's room. But when he uncovered her face, he couldn't believe his eyes. It wasn't Rachel. It was Leah, Rachel's older sister. Jacob was shocked, and he angrily went to his father-in-law and asked, "Didn't I ask for Rachel? Why did you give me Leah?" Laban replied, "It isn't proper for us to give the younger daughter's hand in marriage before the older one. That's why I gave you Leah." Jacob couldn't believe what he was hearing. He had loved Rachel for so many years. Just thinking about being with her filled him with joy. But now Laban was telling him that he would never marry her. Jacob was heartbroken. Laban saw that Jacob was very upset, so he said, "I will let you marry Rachel also, but you will have to work for me for 7 more years. Jacob was desperate to marry Rachel, so he agreed to work for 7 more years. Dear friends, even though Jacob had to work for 7 long years for Rachel, in the end, he married not only Rachel, but also her sister, Leah, and God showed compassion on Leah because even though Jacob loved Rachel more, God blessed Leah and gave her children. While Rachel remained childless for a time, we see that no matter what happens in life, we should always trust in God's plan because He knows what is best for us. Now let's have a look at what we learned from this story. Sometimes waiting for God's plan to unfold in our lives can be difficult, just like Jacob waiting 7 years to marry Rachel. But we can trust that God has a good plan for us, just like He did for Jacob in the end. Friends, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe so that you can receive the next video. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.